Hey everybody, it's Shaman Sister Sin, and I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about something that is very common for people who are dealing with narcissists, and that is the strange phenomenon where every time you bring something up or you want to talk about something, it gets turned around on you, or there are accusations made, or other people get thrown into the conversation. It's very important that you don't take the bait. Don't get caught up in narcissistic whataboutism. This is where you are attempting to discuss someone's behavior with them and they immediately counter with something about you, something about somebody else. What about you? What about them? What about when they did this? Well, what about when you said that? This is a classic deflection designed to take the focus off of the narcissist by putting it squarely onto you or onto somebody else. It puts you on the defensive and or muddies the waters while establishing that the narcissist is not the only quote bad person here in this situation. Don't take the bait. It is a pointless waste of time that serves no purpose whatsoever other than to distract you, derail the conversation. You may also find, though, that if you don't take the bait, the conversation ends. If they can't get you to do that, then they don't want to talk. Refusing to take the bait in these situations is probably not going to result in a workable conversation that resolves anything. However, it will stop you from being dragged into a cyclical conversation where you are being forced to defend yourself over and over again for no reason, or where you have to fight through a bunch of nonsensical, unrelated, just nonsense to try to get to your point. Not taking the bait also prevents you from validating any of their accusations or the red herrings that they throw with a reaction, which only encourages them to continue to make them. When you defend against or even address any of their accusations or any of the red herrings that they throw out, you validate these things because you have reacted to them. That is the only encouragement that's needed here. There's no reason why they would not keep bringing this up now again and again and again, because you have demonstrated that it bothers you and it can therefore be weaponized against you. They will keep doing it because it works. This can result in narcissistic personalities bringing up the same situations or incidents for years, well past the time of relevancy or context. They know it will work, so they keep doing it. It's very much like a child finding something that bothers another child, so they just keep pushing that same button all the time over and over again. If it stops working, they, meaning both narcissists and children, often become confused or frustrated because now they don't know what to do. Their weapons are not working anymore. Now it's very confusing. Narcissists react to people's reactions. Don't give them one. And sometimes people will say, well, that's really good advice, but I find this really hard to do. I can't suppress my emotions. I don't feel like that's very authentic. Remember, though, not reacting to narcissists is not about suppressing your emotions. It's about controlling your reactions to your emotions. Actions are not emotions. Actions are reactions to emotions. It's very possible to acknowledge and feel your emotions without acting on them in the moment. It's difficult, but it's entirely possible. For example, you can feel happy without dancing. You can feel angry without breaking things. You can feel defensive without arguing. This is a skill that will serve you throughout your life once you master it. When people say things like, I just can't control my anger, we understand what they mean, but it's more accurate to say, I can't control my reactions to my anger. Learning to do that stops your emotions from controlling your behavior, which removes other people's ability to weaponize these things against you. This is where your power is. It's important to remember, too, though, that no matter how good you become at controlling your reactions to your emotions, staying in a situation where you are being constantly provoked, attacked, lied to, lied about, mischaracterized, and disrespected would stretch the limits of anybody's self-control. Everybody will react eventually in this situation, doesn't matter who it is. It is for this reason that you probably have heard me say The gray rock method is not a long-term management strategy for dealing with narcissistic people. There is no long-term management strategy for dealing with narcissistic people. The gray rock method is not effective in these situations long-term because nothing is. It's not an alternative to going no contact as soon as possible with narcissists because there is no alternative to that. It's not a way to perpetuate a relationship with an abuser because there's no healthy way to have a relationship with an abusive person. Learning to control your reactions is about standing in your power, doing what you can to exercise agency and control over yourself, making sure you are not contributing to the insanity of some of these situations, and being sure that you're managing your own stress level when you are forced to deal with this person. That's what it's for. It's basically like an emergency tool. It's not for an alternative to going no contact or to perpetuate a relationship with narcissistic personalities, because it will not work. Nothing works. The only way to get the abuse out of your life is to stop being around this person. So I hope that clears a few things up for you. May the Great Spirit bless you, and I hope you have a very beautiful day.